Welcome back, everybody, to the continuation of our Pyanodons recap. So, we actually planned out for today to do things like aluminum processing, copper processing, and stuff like that. However, we got a bit of a wrench thrown into things as the Pyanodon update came around. And the Pi update did break a couple of things. What did it break? Well, I didn't fix this one down here yet, but you can already see what's going on over here. We got a bigger sprite for our high pressure furnaces over here. And this over here is now also looking a little bit funky with an inserter wedged in here and the power pole wedged in there. And the whole thing over here used to be a 5x5 entity. It is now a 7x7 entity, which of course makes this over here a bit, well, troublesome. It will not break anything that does not rely on liquids. Everything that every high pressure furnace over here that relies on a liquid input will be broken. Main reason? Well, the input over here, it moved. It's now over here, which means this machine over here can't get any steam at the moment because, well, the steam engines over here, well, they just don't go in there. They just don't go in there. So the whole thing over here is currently broken. This is a quick and easy rebuild. I will probably do this after the recording right away. Just move this back by like a bit and then it will be fine over here. But we had a couple of these and we had to fix them everywhere. One of them, of course, would have been the carbon dioxide build over here we had. We had to update this. The ceramic build over here is still working as intended, so we're probably just going to leave it for now. Though I'm pretty sure that currently circuits are not being made because, yeah, this one over here is still broken. Another prime example, the input is over here, and the actually the output is over there, and the input of this machine is over there. We could maybe fix it up real quick, and then you can see what you need to do for yourself. Good, but not only that, the whole tar processing chain has been updated, and that thing also needs quite a lot of fixing. We did that as well. We're going to go over that right after this, right after we fix this little thing over there real quick. Where is it? We're almost there. We're almost there. What about these over here? Are these still working? Yeah, they should still be working. There it is. So, I think I'll just do... Oof. That's rough. We can keep this. There we go. And then we're just going to move this around. There we go. There we go. Should still work. It still works. Even though the sprite is completely obfuscated over here now or colliding in with each other. It's fine. It's fine. It still works. It should be fine. Good. Did I pick up the piece of belt over there? Good God. My mouse sensitivity is way too high. Good. But yeah, another thing, and that's down here. And, well, there's not enough lamps over here. But the whole tar chain, you might remember over here that this over here was a whole bunch of destructive distillation columns. The whole tar processing chain over here has changed significantly. The ratios of the recipes are still the same. The only difference is that the pitch machine over here, which used to make 30 coke, now only makes 10 coke. But there have been a whole bunch of upgrades over here, which are bloody amazing. I do like the change. It's just a little bit annoying that the changes come now after I've already built a base and we had to rebuild all of this. But at least the change didn't break too much of our base, so we will be fine. But nevertheless, these are the new tar processing units. We also used to have the tar processing unit used to be way smaller. Well, not really way smaller. I think it was also a 5x5 entity. It's now an 8x8, I guess it is. What is this? This is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's do this. It's an 11x11 entity. That's pretty darn big. But the outputs over here are now laid out better, and it's now more like bottom in, top out, which is way better. We still got our system over here, where we take in the trees over here and turn them into wood, and then the wood over here we turn into coal, and the coal over here we turn into coal gas, or into coke, and the coke over here, well, just goes down the lane over there. But we do make tar over here, and we do make coal, oven gas over there, and this over here is still our tar processing center. Over here, we still steam crack the tar into middle oil, creosote, anthracene oil, and pitch. The difference this time around is the anthracene oil over here actually does have a fuel value, which means we can now use it for something at least. In the past, the only option we had was to sink it. I think there's even another recipe we can do now. Yeah, we can also put it into canisters, but after I've noticed that we don't need the canisters at the moment, we can just burn it up directly. That is just so much better. Good. And the rest of this over here is all still the same. We still turn the middle oil over here into light oil, carbolic oil, and naphthalene oil. The carbolic oil over here is still being turned into creosote. And over here, the naphthalene oil over here is still being turned into creosote as well. And then all of the light oil can be turned into aromatics and gasoline. And all of the pitch over here will be turned into coke, hydrogen, light oil, naphthalene oil, and more anthracene oil, which is great, which is really, really great. Also, these things now over there are finally working. The tailing pits, they got an update, so now we can actually see the liquids in them, which I really do like. And not only that, they got bigger. They can now store up to 1 million, which will take some time for this thing over here to overload, but having like up to 1 million in here is definitely bloody amazing. You can also see that we are slowly, very, very slowly backing up in gasoline. There's one significant change in this build, and that is over here. And this is a change I'm very, very, very happy about. The oil burners over here, let's have a look at the tech tree. The oil burner, here we go, has been moved up. It's now part of, what is that? Oil industry machinery. It used to be further down. It used to be post logistics science packs, but it is now higher up the list, which means that we can now make the oil burner. And the oil burner is a very, very, very good building. You are probably going to use this thing pretty much everywhere because it can take any of the liquids, any one of these liquids over here, and use that for fuel and turn water into steam. And steam is a thing you definitely do need quite a lot in this game. And just the ability to sink liquids you don't need or don't want into steam is absolutely great, because worst case scenario, we just turn it into power. We do that, for example, over here, where we turn raw coal into coke. They updated this recipe as well. It used to be that this recipe over here, it used to be that, where's the thing? Raw coal. It's down here probably. Nope. Here we go. It's over here. Usage. It used to be that this recipe over here required coal to turn into coke, but now we take raw coal and turn it into coke, and we get coke oven gas out of it. That is pretty darn good. We do lose the processing step in between, which I guess is fine. But over here, raw coal, that is 30,000 megajoules of energy being turned into 20,000 megajoules of energy in terms of coke, and we get like about another 20,000 megajoules of energy in coke oven gas out of it. That's pretty darn good. And my alerts are still on. Hello there, Warp Song. Thank you so much for the follow. I always love it when my alerts go off when I do a YouTube recording. Good, which means this is definitely an easier way to make coke oven gas, which will also help us out in making hot air easier. We used to have this system over here, and it was, well, not really working well for us. And not only that, now that the oil burners are available, we can also burn off the excess coke oven gas, if we have it, into steam and just push it into a power plant, which is even better. Even better, and that's also a thing, where these oil burners are way better than the previous boilers. An oil burner over here can make up to 60 steam per second, whereas one of these little shits over here can only make up to 7.5 steam per second. So the oil burners are just plain up better in everything. And I do enjoy that a lot. Also, you only have to work with liquids. You don't have to work around with belts. You don't get any ash. They're amazing. They're bloody amazing. I absolutely enjoy them. And what we're trying to do over here is we're just trying to burn off the excess amount of coke oven gas that we currently have into just a little bit of power. But we do have the issue that our power consumption is not high enough, which means that these machines over here are not even really working well. And technically, we can place 2 more steam engines behind this. I just placed a little bit over here, just to burn it off, just to move it around, just to get rid of it. But this over here is, of course, not the correct way of doing it. Good. One downside of this whole process over here is we don't make any ash anymore. This used to be a pretty big ash making machine, and all the ash that we make over here would have gone down over here to where the trees are, and the trees over here are currently running on an inferior recipe where we only use tree seedlings and water to make logs instead of the actual recipe we want to do, which is, there we go, this one over here. Yeah, the ash recipe for trees over here is far superior than the recipe we're currently doing. The recipe we're currently doing makes one log every 15 seconds, and this one over here makes 1 log every 6.66 seconds. So it's more or less, it's a little bit over twice as fast as this one over here. But at least this one over here is now running. We could just double down this thing over here. We could maybe upgrade to a Mark II machine or something like that. That's maybe things we can think about. We could maybe also try to get all the logs in from over here and stuff like that to make that machine over there run faster. But for now, we're just gonna like run it like this. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. This definitely needs some kind of rebuild. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Good. Also, this machine over here, way cleaner now. Look how nice it looks now. I really enjoyed building this. We did have to rebuild it twice because I did a miscalculation. My bad. But after rebuilding it entirely, it looks really, really nice. I'm very happy with this build. Good, 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 good. Another big change in the update, and that's probably also something a couple of people are going to be running into. Steel. Steel is now being made differently. It used to be that the first steel recipe is just you take iron plate, 10 of it, put it in the furnace, and you get like a steel plate out of it. That's no longer the case. Steel is now made out of coke, out of limestone, and out of iron ore, which means we had to make a new machine. It's also made in an advanced foundry. Now, good thing is, advanced foundries are now a little bit cheaper, which is great. So we can now use them for other things as well. But we did have to rebuild the whole steel build, and it is over here. We just placed it next to the iron build over here. And we did expand a little bit over here on the mine so that we get some more iron ore down the way over here. And yeah, we have been making steel over here ever since. It's not a lot of steel in here, but it definitely makes steel more consistent and better than before. We do have an issue that we are not sending enough coke down the lane, and probably improving the coke works is probably also a thing we got to do soon. Also, we probably have to take a look at why pollution over here is doing what pollution is doing over there. But that will be for later. Also, this one over here. Oh, that's an issue. Yeah, we'll probably have to fix that right after. Because these over here, they do make quite a bit of pollution. And... Oh, you probably stopped because you ran out of carbon dioxide. Yep. And I think we never fixed up the carbon dioxide pipe. I think I did move carbon dioxide, but I think we never fixed the pipe itself. That's maybe a thing we can't fix up right away. Good, 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 good. Perfect. But yeah, a whole bunch of updates. So no progress made, but the main difference is we have now a base that's operating again at a good rate. Good. Let's go over here real quick. We got carbon dioxide over here. And... Oh, okay. Are we not sending carbon... We're sending carbon dioxide over from over here, aren't we? Yes, and you have run out. Okay, that's not the thing we can fix right now. It's a little bit too far away. Good, 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 good. One more change, and that is also a really, really, really nice change. Actually, two more changes. The best change that is coming around is, you can already see it over here in the top right corner, trains. They've moved the train technology around. The train technology is now no longer all the way past melamine. It used to be down here somewhere. Past melamine, and the main reason for that was because of batteries, because the battery technology was part of the train technology, or was a precursor of it, I think, and not really a precursor. Let's see over here. It was part of... Where do we get machine parts now? Is it over here? Yeah, the machine parts have been moved over here into automation 2. There we go. And these over here, they used to be further down, I think over here in... something after melamine. I think they're way over here, not in battery stages 1. This one has also been renamed into something else. But yeah, they used to be together with batteries, and for that reason, they were all the way over here where melamine was, and there was no reason for that. So they moved the train technology around, and now we can already make trains. Trains are still pretty expensive to make, but we will be delving into trains soon, and I'm very much looking forward to that. That will also mean that the whole base over here is finally going to get a little bit more structured, and we can get rid of these long-ass belts over here, but making all those trains is definitely going to be an issue. But for now, my primary objective is just to automate everything we need to automate the construction of trains, to automate the construction of train track, and then we will see what we're going to do from over there. Good. Yeah, the final big change was over here, the breeding of animals. They changed that a bit up. It used to be that this recipe over here would consume up to 0.5 rocks per second. It is now a cycle. So the rocks over here are not being depleted anymore, which is great. The way we've set this up over here, well, it still is correct. The loop over here is maybe a little bit too big for everything, but it's still fine. It's still fine. Also, yeah, that is still all working over here. Also, we don't need to pack them in cages anymore. The only point in time where you need to pack a creature in a cage is when you want to butcher it. So the cage cycle over here is gone, which is great. And these over here also just only need rocks and not caged rocks anymore. And also this recipe over here has been cleaned up a bit, so things are now a little bit more dedicated. It's no longer that you get 0 to 4 rocks over here, or that you get like a random amount of eggs over there. It's all more streamlined over here, and I do enjoy that quite a bit, because I kind of dislike things that are random. We still get a random amount of rock cocoons over here, but I think the reason for that is because the recipe over here says we get 6.5 cocoons, and that's not something you can actually put down, so you have to put it in some kind of range. But that is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. Good. And this thing over here is also starting up. We fixed this up at the end of the stream, so we can now slowly see over here the farm over here starting up again, and us making rocks. And speaking of, they are of course all going over here. We got a full belt of them just sitting around over here. And we're completely backed up again over here on formic acid, and the reason for that is because this machine over here is still kind of broken. What does the clock say? Okay, we could fix this real quick. Yeah, let's fix this real quick. Here we go. And move this around. This is where the steam comes in. There we go. There we go. Pick this up. I do like that I now have a higher pickup speed. We do need to do something about temporary buffer over here. Yeah, place you over there. Place you over there. Pick you up again. Put the concrete in there. We don't need it right now. There we go. There we go. And fix this up real quick. I think we can keep you. You don't have any liquid. You do have a liquid input. But that is working by accident. Lovely. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, fix this up. Fix that up. And then we need 2 more of these. Where are they? There we go. We can place one over there. We can place one over there. That should be fine. This over here is the latex belt. Yep. You over there, you make the latex. You make the latex. The only thing you need is the steam. That should be fine. You do still need 2 of these each. Yeah, pick up all of these. We don't need this anymore. There we go. And then we could do something like this and that. Pick up that. And then we could do something like that and this. And then the big question is, where will be the output? The output will be, I see when the output will be. There we go. There we go. Good. And then this belt over there can just go straight. Excellent. That is a little bit too many inputs. That is definitely too many inputs. We do have an issue with... Yeah, we do have an issue with the ash. How did we do that over here? Oh, we made the half belt. That's how we did it. We made the half belt. There we go. I remember. Did we use electric ones for these? I think we did. So in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And then we need the half belt over here. That's the whole reason we had that weird setup over there. Here we go. Good. And then give it some power. Speaking of power, medium power poles are now also reachable to us, which is bloody amazing. Yeah, we need to whitelist these. There we go. Else to just pluck out the fuel right away. Could you maybe not pluck out the fuel, please? Thank you. Water. Where's water coming from? I guess we can get it from over there. There we go. Yeah, something like this. Something like that. Oh god. Is that an invisible sprite over here? It seems so. That's slightly annoying. Good. Here we go. And this over here works again. Good. And we're just going to use the load over here and the load over there. Here we go. Those operating again. I do like the new sprite of those machines. It looks bloody amazing. Here we go. There we go. And then we say off of the latex. There we go. There we go. Good, good, good. And then the only thing we need to do over here is to get the ash out. And I guess that is you. That is you. Good. And here's some more missing power. There we go. Perfect. Fix this machine as well. We can keep it running for now. Even though that sprite over there still has collisions, I don't care. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You're still getting everything you need. You're getting everything you need. Good, 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 good. Perfect. So, that will be the recap, which means next Monday, which will be actually next Monday because we've synchronized the delay of the recaps with the episodes. So, next stream will be this Monday or coming Monday, and we are probably going to be looking into more aluminum processing, more copper processing, and actually going down the whole range of making better resources. Or maybe we're going into trains. I'm not quite sure yet. We will see about that soon. Nevertheless, if you do like what you see, please do leave a like, a follow, a comment, a subscription. Every one of those actions does help me out in growing this channel into something bloody amazing. You can also find me on twitch.tv/BotViking, where we do even more Pyanodons. We will also be doing a whole bunch of Rimworld over there, and Dwarf Fortress will be coming out soon. So I'm very much looking forward to that as well. And without further ado, I wish you all an amazing weekend, and have a nice evening.